Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I pretty much want to talk about something that's on my heart and also like dibble and dabble into some new makeup that I have. Now I don't really want to focus on the makeup too much and more about what I'm talking about. Throughout the video I'll tell you what I'm using, and at the end I'll briefly say if I like it or not. I think the message that I have to give to you today is important. I'm gonna come on here with a dry face. I'm gonna go in with some of this Chantecaille moisturizer, and this thing has been working wonders for my skin. I absolutely love it. Pin some of this hair out of the way. I'm excited about these products that I'm going to use, and two, I'm very excited about the topic that I want to talk about because, like I said before, it's something that's been on my heart. It's something that I'm dealing with. It's something that I think everyone deals with, and it's life and you just have to get through it, and I'm just here to talk about it, and you guys can chime in, give me your thoughts and how you feel, because I know I'm not the only one. So the first new product that I'm going to start with is the Benefit Brow Contour Pro, and it looks like this. It's that old school pen. This is pretty cool and exciting. So basically this is a 4-in-1 defining, highlight, and brow pencil. So it's going to fill in your brows and also carve them out. So I kind of wanted to bring a series to my channel where I speak about everyday life stuff, because let's be honest, life is not just all about makeup and looking cute and pretty every day. So real life happens and people are out here having a hard time or having a good time. It's not always bad, but you know what I mean. So I kind of just want to talk about things that we all go through. Color's dark. Going on nice and creamy though. Okay, so that filled in my brows pretty nicely, but I'm really missing my brush. The other pencil that I use comes with a brush. This, I like the hold of it, like the feel, like I have more control, but I'm really missing my spoolie. So Benefit, we need a spoolie on this one. So the topic that I want to talk about today is about like me finding myself, where I'm at in life right now, and just like I think like being 30 is a little bit harder than what I was expecting. My 20s were like more fun, and I was pretty carefree and maybe wasn't thinking about a lot of things that I am thinking about now. And it's just like now becoming 30 and it's like, okay, you should be here, and like there's a lot of expectations to what you should have already achieved and where you should be, and when you fall short of those things, you just like get a little bit down on yourself and you're hard on yourself. And I know you hear it all the time, like, oh, it's your life, nobody goes at the same pace and stuff like that, but it's still in the back of your head. You feel like you should be doing more. So that's just pretty much how I feel right now, or I should just be a little bit more ahead. And I battle with like knowing what I want to do professionally in the work area and like the healthcare industry, what I want to do with my YouTube, and like, do I want to be an entrepreneur? Like there's so many things and so many options, and I just feel like time is ticking. I haven't figured myself out, and I'm just like hard on myself because I'm not getting anything done. And it's just like I'm so much in my head that it blocks me from even doing anything. And a lot of the times I have to really force myself and concentrate and just like keep going. That's just where I'm at. So I just want to say, if you're 30 or if you think you're gonna have it all figured out by 30, majority of the time you don't. I would say like in your 20s, take your time and like try to be smart and not be so, I don't know, because then it's like you're taking away your innocence, or I don't know. I'm here because I don't know. I have this new Born This Way foundation by Too Faced, and I have it in the color Tiramisu. It's a little bit dark for me, honestly. Okay, I definitely have to mix Tiramisu with some of my Lancome. So going back, when I was saying about like being in your 20s and stuff like that, I feel like though, like after high school, I knew that I had to go to college. Like there was always a plan, there was always some sort of guidance, whether that's from my parents, whether that's from counselors in school. I feel like you always had someone in your corner who's kind of like telling you what to do and what your next step should be. And that's just because you're you're what, 18, 19, you pretty much don't know what you're doing and you need some guidance. Now I feel like when you become 30 or mid-20s, or you're a graduate, all your decisions are simply your own, and sometimes you don't know if the decision that you're making is going to be good enough. You don't know if it's going to make you enough money. You don't know if you're going to enjoy what you're doing. And a lot of the times you end up in a career or in a job that is something that, one, you probably didn't even focus on that in school, and two, you don't enjoy it. So I've just always had like that guidance, knowing what my next step will be, and always like working towards something. And I just feel like ever since like right after college, maybe working 2 years into my job, I just felt this feeling of being stagnant and just like I'm not moving and I'm not growing, and it just really frustrated me a lot. And I spent a lot of times like trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And you know, that's when I like started YouTube, because it was like a hobby and an outlet for me. And now, you know, again, I'm still in that same place. Like, I have great ideas. I kind of know what I want to do, but yet the motivation to do it sometimes isn't there. And I don't know, it's just hard. And all I'm saying is that we should stop, you know, making people feel like, okay, at 30 you have to figure it out, you have to be married, you have to have a kid, you have to have a house, and you have to have all this stuff. And the reality of it is that is just not the case. I mean, some people, yes, they have that. Some people are at better advantage than others to gain those things by that age. That leads into, for me, is like, you know, just trying to figure out what my purpose is. Like, what am I here to do? I really feel like your purpose is linked to whatever passion you have. And that's why sometimes, as much as I probably like don't get 1,000 views or 1,000,000 views, doing makeup, talking about makeup, being on here and interacting with you, it gives me that feeling of knowing that my purpose is in alignment with something to do with this. And I just don't know what it is right now, and I can't say, okay, my next step is A and B, but I'm just going to continue to do it, because I know that eventually I'll figure it out. So I do several things like to keep me focused. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have my moments where I am so hard on myself. I'm my biggest critique. I'm constantly in my head. I doubt myself so much. But I'm really trying to check that, and I'm really trying to get into the right frame of mind where I can't let negative thoughts and self-doubt get in my way, because then I'm gonna miss my opportunities, and I'm going to miss what's meant for me, because that could happen. You know, sometimes you can really and truly miss your blessings. So do I have a new concealer? Yes, I have a new concealer, and I got the Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and I am in the shade Butterscotch. It's cold. So I'm trying to get into the right frame of mind and do things and say things that is going to benefit me and benefit my mind and strengthen my mind. I spend so much time like doubting myself, and what good is that gonna do for me? So I use a lot of you know, words of affirmation. Some people like to like put notes on like their bathroom mirrors or the mirror that they get ready in the morning, and it could either have your goals on it, it can either have your things that you need to build your self-esteem, to encourage you, can help you to, you know, just keep you going, and to remind you that although you feel this way right now, or you know, you don't have it all together, it's going to be okay. One thing that I've been doing is on my notepad, or like a little book or notebook that I have, I will write down the date, and then I'll write like one quote of the day that I will like focus on throughout that day. It could say something about like being positive or being happy or content or something of the sort. So I just like get a quote, something that really sticks to me, something that I think I need to focus on. Whatever I'm doing throughout the day, I just make sure that whatever that quote says, I'm putting it into perspective and putting it into play throughout my daily activities, whether that's, you know, talking to a coworker. If I'm going to be positive, I'm going to say my response is going to be in a positive way, even though it's a negative situation, or even though that's something that I can easily get angry about, or my natural way of handling it will be like in a nasty, rude way. So throughout the week, I'll have, you know, several quotes. Maybe because I work 5 days a week, so I have like 5 quotes. On the weekends, I like kind of take a break because I'm just doing YouTube or whatever. The previous quotes are in the back of my head and I'm still doing those actions, you know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, today's quote, okay, we did it, we achieved it, moving on to the next. The whole point is just to continue to use those quotes throughout your entire life and make it something that you do on a daily. So like if you suffer with like self-esteem, the quote of the day could be like, I like my smile, or I like my eyes. So maybe if you like write down you like your smile, you want to smile more that day. I mean, you know, you guys know what I'm saying, right? I hope that I'm making sense because I feel like I'm rambling. Another thing that I have been actively doing, I think out of all the things that I've been trying to do to get myself in the right frame of mind, the one that I have been on top of is like having time for me, and whether that's like taking a bath, binge watching your favorite show, doing your makeup, locking your door, playing music in the dark. Like I love bubble bath, I love going to Home Goods, I love buying candles, I love going to, even if I'm not buying makeup, just go in the store and look at stuff, try it on, or whatever the case may be. Like take time out for yourself, because honestly, your sanity, your well-being, your health, your state of mind, that should be number one priorities. And a lot of the times it can be like second nature or come second when we have like kids and a relationship and work and all this stuff. We pour so much into that we forget to pour back into ourselves. So I just really like encourage you guys. I know sometimes, you know, single moms and stuff like that, it's hard. Trust me, I get it. It's hard, but if you're not healthy or if you're not in a great frame of mind, like how could you be the best you are for your kids? You know what I mean? So I'm just really trying to listen. Although I don't have it all together, I'm trying to be the best that I can be. Now the next product that I got is this Too Faced Born This Way setting powder, and I have it in the color translucent medium, and it comes with a top like this, which is so genius. Like Too Faced, you get extra points for that. You can pretty much pour it out into the lid. You can close this back so your powder stay fresh, I guess, and it's not spilling all over the place, and you can just dab in here and set. Good job, Too Faced. Look at you learning. How does that look? It is very matte. Like that looks completely flawless, like no imperfections at all. Maybe to not put on so much product, you can definitely set this with a brush instead of a sponge, because I think the sponge gives you a little bit more coverage. So yeah guys, just take time out for yourself. You can't be the best for somebody else if you're not the best for yourself. So the next product that I'm super excited about is this P. Louise Rumor No. 4 Eyeshadow Base. I'm gonna go in on my lid with this. I also think like stop critiquing yourself so much. We spend a lot of time, and I'm guilty of that too, like, you know, on social media, you're comparing yourself and stuff like that. That is just not going to do you any good. You sitting there critiquing yourself based on what someone else is putting on social media is just like the dumbest thing to do, because half of the stuff that's on social media is a lie, okay? I'm going to tell you now, it's a lie, it's a front. Believe half of what you hear and none of what you see. A lot of people, you know, they want to portray a certain image, and that's what it is. And we have to remember that social media is a form of entertainment. We cannot take some of these stuff like to heart. Like, it's just crazy. Don't compare yourself. That's #1 rule in the book, especially in this day and age. Do not compare yourself to people on social media, because you'll just set yourself up for failure. What's the hardest thing that you're dealing with right now, and like in what ways you're like trying to correct it? I would really like to know. The final thing will probably be like, you know, self-love. A lot of the times I don't think we love ourselves enough, where that's where all the doubt and confusion can come in. I feel like if you love yourself enough and you know that you're doing your best, you know that you're not like cheating your way to the top, or whatever you're doing is coming from a genuine, honest place out of love and like passion. So yeah, I talk about self-love, you know, pampering yourself, also like being active. Girl, I need to be active. You see this double chin? I need to be active. I have gained so much weight because I'm so much in my head, and that's just like one of the things where like I talk myself out of not going to the gym. Like I could have my bags packed, my lunch, everything set, ready to go, like from work or whatever, and then like 4 o'clock comes and it's like, okay, time to go to the gym. Like well, my back hurts, and sometimes I think I drain myself mentally to the point where, like I said, I don't get what I need to get done, and I have to correct that, because what, I'm gonna be 40 still with the same excuse? No. So you have to try to make some changes at some point and realize where you're going wrong and how you need to correct it, and do the damn thing. I also have a new mascara, and this is the NARS Climax. We're just gonna apply some of that. I like it. I got the NARS blush in the color Seduction because I've always wanted this blush, and I finally purchased it, and it looks like this. Just a little bit of color on my cheeks. So a little goes a long way. A YouTuber by the name of Naturally Sunny, she came out with her own lash line. I think the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. Now these are 3D cruelty free, I think they're natural hair lashes or mink lashes. I don't know about lashes like that. But yeah, I have this in the style Angel. So yeah, shout out to Sunny for her new adventure. See, that's what I'm talking about. People out here making boss moves and not in their feelings and not in their heads and making lashes and shit. Okay? Now I do have a new lip gloss, but it's a nude, and I feel like I'm always doing nude, but this is the Power Matte Lip Pigment from NARS, and this is in the color Get It On. And it's just your typical nude, and I feel like I've done that so many times on my channel that I'm not going to bore you guys with that today. So I'm just going to put on regular lip gloss and call it a day. And this is Dolly by Buxom. My overall message is to not feel pressured into feeling like you're 30, or you know, you're about to reach 30, or you're in your 20s and you haven't figured it out. You know, give yourself some credit. Don't be so hard on yourself. You will eventually figure it out. I think as long as you stay in a positive frame of mind, surround yourself with the right people, and you're constantly working towards what you want or what you believe is your purpose, or you know, whatever your goals are, you're gonna be fine. The moment you stop and you start comparing yourself, doubting yourself, that's where it comes like a big problem, and you just have to keep on going. We're human. You're going to have your days where you don't feel that you're doing your best, but as long as you don't stay in that spot forever. And you know, I just realized I just missed one big part of this whole thing. You need to pray. If you don't believe in God, or you know, that's just not your thing, then at least, you know, believe in that there's some higher being, you know what I mean? I'm not pushing none of that onto anyone, but I'm just saying, like, prayer is major key. Yeah, you see, that's a little bit better. So yeah, I don't want it to seem like I completely forgot about God in this whole process. He's like #1 on the list. Like, you should always go to him for, you know, pray to him, talk to him, ask him for signs, ask him for guidance, ask him for wisdom, and just overall just pray. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't really have nothing else to say. I don't want to keep rambling and say the same thing over and over, but I hope you guys get the message that I was trying to give today, and also like just letting you guys know where I'm at in life. And you know, I'm here, I'm trying to do the damn thing, and I know that I will do it by the help of God and people that I have around me. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.